Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Friday Fun with the Creativity Cave. I'm super excited to stamp with you today. I have a couple of really cute cards. They're the same basic concept. I just switched up some colors and sentiments, and I think you're going to love them. Really fun and simple. And stay tuned at the end because I will tell you all about the things I've got going on this month. So we're going to start with our first version of this card, and I'm going to take a Misty Moonlight card base. We'll give this a good crease with my bone folder. I've cut some DSP to 3.5 by 4 3/4. This is from the Everyday Eclectic or Eclectically Delightful? Delightfully Eclectic. Final answer, Delightfully Eclectic Designer Series paper. So this is 3.5 by 4 3/4, 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, very vanilla. And we're going to attach these together with some adhesive. And then I'm going to also take and adhere this to my card base. Like that. Okay. Next up, I have die cut a scalloped rectangle. This is from the Scallop Contours dies. You can see the one I used is the one missing here. And I'm going to be using today the Kindest Expression stamp set. I love this one. Like, can I draw a little heart around it? This is my favorite one, of course, but I'm going to use the thanks, and then I'm also going to use the Oh Happy Day here in a second on a piece of DSP that I think you will agree is an Oh Happy Day kind of piece of paper. Okay, so I'll take my Misty Moonlight ink pad and we'll stamp our sentiment, making sure I inked the whole thing. And I'm going to put this on here like so. Now my piece of Very Vanilla is 3 1/8 by 1 7/8. I wrote it down. 3 1/8 by 1 7/8. I wrote it down because I knew I'd never remember. And I knew you're all going to ask. Now that fits nicely inside the stitching of this die. I also have a larger measurement for the next card we're going to use, and that will cover up the stitching and leave just a little bit of the scallop, which I'll explain later. Okay, so I thought this was really cute, right? I wanted to pop it up onto my card with a little ribbon. And so I've got my bordered ribbon here. I think that's what this is called. Yeah, bordered ribbon in navy, which is strikingly similar to our Misty Moonlight. So I think it goes nicely. Now I'm going to tie this on with a knot. Ooh, I don't know if that's quite enough, but we're going to see if we can make it work. And we'll just pop this on here. Can I make it work? I don't think so. I think it's too short. I gotta go get me another roll. Okay, I got myself a brand new roll of this ribbon, and we will place this on here and tie. We could even tie a bow if we're feeling fancy. It's up to you. Now, if you aren't feeling fancy, or if you have a bow impairment, and no judgment, you can just tie a knot. It saves ribbon, but sometimes a bow is pretty. Okay, so I'm going to tie the bow on here like so. And I really like this ribbon. It's easy to work with. It's nice and thin. It lays really nice when you tie it, and it's just wonderful. And look at that. I tied myself a pretty good bow. I'm pretty proud of that. How wonderful. Just gonna trim the ends of this. Okay, and then we'll save that piece because it's still good. All right, so I'm gonna scooch that over just a hair, and then I'm going to add my little rectangle. Now there's nothing really all that fancy about this card, but it's just a good looking card, and it's a pretty simple layout. Of course, we're popping this up, don't you worry. Now I've got one more card I'm going to make. And then I also have another sample I'm going to share with you that I did. Actually, it was my third one, and I figured I wasn't going to make all three in this video. So, okay, so I'll just center that up on here. You can see my bow is nice. And what I like about it is it kind of takes up a little bit of this big space of white on here. And then I've got some gems that I'm going to put on. This is the Tinsel Gems 3-pack, not to be confused with the Tinsel Gems 4-pack. Those are different colors. But I really like Tinsel Gems. So this one has some beautiful blues in it. And I think that looks just fantastic. So it's just a really simple thank you card. Now we can take it one step further by putting a layer of Very Vanilla on the inside and some coordinating designer series paper. So I've got a piece of 4 by 5¼ inch basic white, or I'm sorry, Very Vanilla. I apologize. I'm looking for my coordinating piece of DSP, which of course I can't find. Okay, here we go. Just one piece. All right. And I thought I had scraps left over from when I cut this. Oh yeah, I do. I was going to say, I know there's a scrap left over. Here it is. I was trying not to cut into a fresh piece if I had the scrap. Anyway, let me grab my trimmer quick. And of course I put it away so that my desk would be all tidy for this video. And here we are, pulling things back out. So I'm just going to cut off a 3/4 inch strip, and we'll attach it to the bottom of this, and then voila, you've got a beautifully coordinated piece to put on the inside so that you can write a beautiful message of thanks. Okay, so we'll put this right inside here. Now the other card we're going to make is totally different colors, but it's the same layout and the same stamp set. Okay, so for this one, we are going to start with a petal pink card base. So very different color, obviously. Nice and soft and pretty. I am going to take, and this one, I just loved this beautiful piece of paper. It's just so happy. So I actually cut it the same size as this, which was 3.5 by 4 3/4. But I found that it was a little bit small because I didn't see enough of the pattern. Like it cut off a couple of these lemons, and I didn't want that. So I cut it a little bigger. So this one I think was 3 3/4 by 5. Yeah, 3 3/4 by 5. And then we're going to adhere it to a 3 7/8 by 5 and 1/8 inch piece of DSP. I almost feel bad putting adhesive on these beautiful daisies, but gosh darn it, these little lemons are so cute. Now this is from the exact same pack of Eclectic DSP as this one. It's just a different pattern. And then we're going to turn our card up like this. I'm going to pop this layer up too because we can. Because we can. That's a good enough reason, right? Okay. And then I want to add a little bit of ribbon to this. Now we don't really have, well, actually we do. Sorry, we've got, this is from a ribbon combo pack that's got 2 rolls in it. The other is lemon and lime twist. So I'm just going to put this on here, pop the DSP panel up over that ribbon. And I like adding this little extra layer of cardstock here because I think it just makes your card look a little bit, fancier. Now here again, you can either tie a bow or a knot. I had such good luck with that bow. Let's get greedy and try it again. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping it'll work. Okay. And this also ties really nicely. It's a little bit thicker than that bordered ribbon, but it's not as wide, so it's not going to create a big giant knot. And gosh, look at how nicely that tied, even on a video. Tying bows on videos is even harder than tying bows in real life, even though I make it look so easy. There is a certain amount of skill involved when there's a camera rolling. Okay, now I am using crushed curry, which is the coordinating color here, but I thought the crushed curry was a lot. So I made my panel of Very Vanilla a little bigger so that it wasn't so in your face, if you will. Okay, and so that kind of toned down the crushed curry look. And we will take crushed curry and use it with what I think we can all agree is the right sentiment for this card, Oh Happy Day. Let me grab a scrap of paper quick, and we will, I think we're going to stamp this off and then stamp this on here. Now I'm going to put it up a little higher than normal rather than centered. Oh, no, I don't like the stamped off version, so we'll do it full strength. I love that there's two sides of every piece of cardstock because that gives us options. All right, that looks good. We'll close this up, and then I'm going to take and adhere that to my scallop. Same die, same DSP, just a different sentiment in different colors. And then I'm going to pop this one up as well. And we're going to have the ribbon kind of go across this panel at the bottom versus this one we put the ribbon behind our sentiment. Just kind of worked out that way for this one. Okay, so I'm going to slide that right under there. And look at how cute that is. All right, I also want to add to this a little gem. So I'm going to take, these are my iridescent pastel gems. These are so pretty. I love these especially because they just kind of coordinate with whatever. So I like these sort of whitish iridescent-y ones up here. So I'm gonna just do my usual two dots on there, and maybe we'll throw one more up here like that. And what a cutie patootie card. We can do the same thing on the inside of this one where we add a bit of DSP. So once again, I'll just take the excess, that I had left over. We'll do 3/4 of an inch again, and we'll attach this to the inside panel of Very Vanilla that we'll put inside our card. And I kind of love the look of this DSP with the Very Vanilla versus basic white. It's really, there is white in this DSP, but there's also vanilla. And I think it's just kind of a fun change of pace. I also think it's a nice soft tone to have with this, and it goes really nicely with that crushed curry. So there we go. Now I've got one more card that I made up. I thought that the strawberries deserved an Oh Happy Day as well. Now on this one, I didn't make my piece of vanilla quite as big, but I did put an extra layer in here. So this is the smaller 3 1/8 by 1 7/8, and then I put a layer of Calypso Coral in here that is 3 1/4 by 2. So just a smidge bigger, and you can see that fits inside that stitching of this die. But yet another cute card, all basically the same idea with just changing up the sentiment, the colors, and then the same pack of DSP. So lots of fun. Now, if you would like any of the supplies to make these projects, I'd be so grateful for your business. It helps me continue to bring awesome videos just like this one to you each week. And I also wanted to mention my shameless plug for a few things. So first of all, if you like this video, could you give me the thumbs up? That rocks my world. It helps so much with the YouTube. They love it when you like my videos. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any videos in the future. And also, when you spend $50 or more in my online store, you can receive the Earth and Elegance All-Star Video Class Bundle. It's 12 gorgeous projects featuring this Earth and Elegance suite of products. It's super awesome. I also have 2 online classes coming up this month, the Inked and Tiled Creativity to Go kit, which is going to feature this awesome bundle and some really cool and creative uses with it. I think you're going to enjoy it, as well as the Trucking Along class. You might have heard about this bundle. It is available. It's pretty awesome, and you can get in on this. Both of these classes will come out the last week of July, and we would love to have you be a part of it. Lots and lots of fun. They're also featured on our amazing Stamp Happy Academy website, and this is a really great website where we share 4 classes per month. Plus, we also have a live option where you can join us for exclusive live videos. And they're a lot like what I'm doing here on Friday, Supersized. We talk a lot about how to get the best use out of your stamping time, how to make cards quicker and easier. We do different techniques and have just all kinds of fun. So we'd love to have you be a part of that. And finally, I also have a subscription box called Sunshine and Creativity Delivered. Our July box is already going, but you can get on the August box, which is going to be creative uses for background stamps. It's going to be a great box. You can subscribe by July 31st to get in on this one. And all of those details are in the description of this video. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I hope you loved my projects. Let me know which one is your favorite in the comments below. And we'll see you again next Friday. And don't forget, Mondays, I'm live at 5 p.m. Central. Can't wait to see you. Bye, guys.